In this tutorial, I'll show you how to take an analytical model from Revit and put it into Robot. First, you'll have to create your model in Revit, and you'll make sure you want to put all your loads on here. For example, we have a wind load here, some live loads here. As well, if you look at the load combinations, we have added a new load combination here. You can obviously edit all these per the video that I've shown earlier. Once that's all set, you're going to come over here, and this is where you will put it into Robot under the Analyze, down to the Analysis and Code Check, and then finally this link right here. However, before you start that, you want to make sure that Robot is up and running first. If Robot is not running, Revit cannot access Robot for you. So go ahead and make sure that Robot is up and running. You don't have to select any of these initial items in Robot, just as long as the program is up. Then you'll come back here to, again, our Analyze, Analysis, and Code Check, and the bottom Structural Analysis link. This will send all of your model to Robot, all the analytical pieces. And typically you'll just do the Send Model here. If you have a very large model, you can just update the model so it doesn't take as much time as sending the entire model over. In this case here, we have quite a few different members and beams, and so it takes a little bit to send that over. It'll get you to this screen where you can look at the events report. If you're having difficulties with bringing it over, this will mention just give you details on what the loads are and what are the elements that it brings over and numbers and things like that. So you can view that if you like. It'll just show you some of the, obviously, the items here on times for getting all those loads and things in there. So in our case, we'll just close that, and then we're going to go into Robot. And you'll see that Robot has now a very similar model. This is the exact replica of the model that you brought in otherwise, or from Revit. Now, two main steps here in doing this. Actually, before you go to those steps, just make sure you have the right load combination checked. You should have a new load combination that is the one that you built out. You can look at any specific load combination. For instance, I could just look at the dead loads, just look at the live loads and the impact that it has on the model. In our case, we will set this to our new load combination. Under Analysis then, the second one down, we're going to go to Calculations. This will analyze our model based on whatever the load combinations are that we've set. And you can see here that I've got the live loads each showing here, and then my wind load on this wall is showing. So all that analysis has been done. And then under geometry here, it's currently showing geometry, and we want to change that to results. Under results here, you'll look at diagrams. And so this will bring in a diagram with some options of our model. With this diagram, you can look at different components of that. So I could look at all the forces in the x direction of my model. And you can see as you build down towards the lower members, you're going to get a larger force in the x direction there. In our case, I'm asking you guys to look at deformation, but realize that you can look at all the different moments and stresses, bending moments here, maximum normal stresses. We'll go ahead and get rid of the force in the x direction here. If you do deformation, we will go ahead and apply that, and you can see that it over-exaggerates the model so you can see what's going on. You can modify that here with the scaling of this, and if I apply smaller scaling, it will show with less deformation there. Again, you can do stresses here, reactions, and you will choose what you would like to display on that, because it will allow you to get any of the calculations for any stresses or moments, things of that nature. Once that's done, you can go ahead and export this. Currently, there's no easy way to export the image of that directly back into Revit, and so you can just take a screenshot of that and move it back into Revit by inserting it as an image. That is how you bring a model into Robot and analyze it.